Morning, everyone. Great. I don't know after how long I'm there in Delhi. After QSP, right? And in the system, this is the first time I came to this venue. Though I was knowing when exactly it is shifting and that plan was there. How many people were there when we had a first QSP with 40, 45, 50 people? You know where exactly it happened? Just opposite this. And that's a very dodgy kind of a place. The feeler is different actually when you go there. You know, ऐसा straight hall है, बहुत सारे झूमर लगे हुए हैं, dim light होती है, एक छोटा सा stage है. The people who know Bombay well, they understand what I'm talking, right? But that journey started from there actually, you know. People who जिनको समझ में नहीं आया, ask people who are laughing, right? Anyway, how many people here? Generally, what is the system strength has become actually now? Okay. Anyway, how many people less, the first system attending for the first time? Okay. So recently signed up, started? Okay. How many people less than 6 months old? I love talking to people who are less than 6 months old, you know. So that's the next leadership, right? Anyway, I'm going to talk something about which in Delhi no one had spoken before in the system, and we started something new in Bombay, and it really helped a lot of people. And you know, see, people who are less than 6 months old or just started, you know, there are 4-5 steps in the business. I mean to say, not steps in terms of technical steps, but more on a mental level, you cross 4-5 milestones. The first milestone is when you struggle to accept that this business is required. No, a lot of conflict. No, I'm happy, I have a good job, I'm growing, I have a business, whatever I'm doing. But this, okay, I'm just trying, okay. So a lot of conflict. No, I'm okay in life. True? A lot of people say I'm okay in life. So that's a denial stage. It takes a little time to accept that this is required. So I'm not going to talk too much about that stage, but, you know, accept. So people who actually struggle to accept for some time, till the time they don't cross that stage, other learnings in mechanics, skills, makes no sense. But finally in their head they are still struggling that whether, you know, acceptance is not there. Second is the belief. You know, once you accept, second is the belief whether I can do it or not, whether this company is good or not, whether products are good or not, whether, you know, uplines, teams. And finally, is it possible for me to make it happen? So belief. So this acceptance and belief stage. People who grow fast, you know, what is the difference between people who actually take time to take off? The difference is only that people who grow fast are those who cross these two stages very fast. There is no conflict in the mind. समझ में आ गया बॉस चाहिए ये और होगा. I can do it. Right? Then other stages. So these are the two stages which, and how exactly you cross these stages? When you really seek for it, right? When you really go and grab a lot of things. I mean to say, you go attend system without prejudging. You are sitting there to really get those answers which are creating a conflict in your mind, right? Not judging, but whether the person is talking sense or not. Or QSPs or big events and all that. That's when exactly you accept and slowly believe also. Books, DVDs and all that. That's nothing to do with someone else. It's you know, everything is to do with your own mindset. And then third stage is, you know, knowledge. When acceptance comes and belief comes, you become very excited. You know, कोई हाथ लगाएगा तो करंट लगेगा उसको. You're like passionate because you accepted and you believed also, right? So in your eyes it is visible because what you want, it is possible through this business. And you know what you want. So then suddenly there's a passion, there's a lot of conviction which you talk about and you're very excited. Correct? And that is of course required in the business. Because finally when a prospect see a plan, do you think he understands the plan? So what exactly that person looks at and starts, he says, okay, fine, I'm there. Your conviction, the glitter in your eyes, right? Correct. So these two things are very, very important. But then only these two things will also not make any difference. These two things, good enough for getting a hot zone in, because they know you as a person, they love you, right? Trust you. But after that, when you go to a warm zone and other places, there passion, conviction, acceptance, belief is good. But next, knowledge is required. You need to have a knowledge. So third stage is you need to start grasping knowledge. From where you will get knowledge? Not just technical knowledge, website, this, that, product, not just technical knowledge. Of course, that knowledge you can sit at home and grab. But knowledge about how people made in this business, what sort of people made in this business, what they went through, what is industry all about, what is the edge over other companies in this industry we have, correct? How big this industry is, what is the philosophy behind this industry, right? All those things. So where exactly you get this from? You get this from, again, from systems and interaction with senior partners, uplines. Lot of interaction, informal interaction. I learned everything from my informal interaction. My learning used to start from 11:30 in the night till 1 o'clock. Sometime 3 o'clock also. My entire all learning happens at night, 11:30 to 1, 2. So I compromise on sleeping, but that knowledge helped me a lot. So third stage is that knowledge. And this stage will never get over. But parallelly you will go to the next stage, along with this stage. When you are grasping more knowledge and all, next stage is taking ownership. So you accepted, now you believe in it, and you have a knowledge also. But knowledge without ownership will become a constipation. Then you will become a professor of network marketing. Do you want to become a professor, or really want to, become successful in network marketing? Because I still remember I used to wonder why the hell we are going to do management studies, because the professor who used to come in Lemreta, right, who used to teach us how to do the business, right? Theory, na? Because usko pata hota to we were not aspired to become like him. Because he's having all the knowledge, but that ownership and application in real sense was not there, right? You see, that's how exactly our education system is designed. Huh? You go and do law. So people who come and teach, these are those people who don't practice. These are people, you go and learn accounts. So people who come and work as a teacher, they are teaching you how to do accounts. But they are not, in practical life, they are not doing accounts, right? So that's what exactly happens. You go and become doctor, someone who is actually a professor in a medical college is someone, either he left practice long back, correct, or never did a practice. True? So, and he's teaching you how to practice medicine. Irony, na? And we follow them for 5 years. Because someone who knows is busy practicing medicine rather than coming and teaching you. True? So, ownership. Next stage is ownership. Till the time we don't think that this is my business, you are actually sitting in a car but not on a driving seat. Till the time you don't take a ownership, you are in someone else's business. Maybe your appliance business, but you are not in your own business. The moment you feel it is my business, whether someone who got me into the business is there or not, am I really going to make it happen? Of course, I need some support. I will seek for it. Kahan se mil sakta hai? But am I really going to make it happen? Then you will get a hand who will pull you. That's because when student appears, automatically, teacher also appears. But point is that, the biggest irony is that in this business, in this industry, most of the people die because their upline dies. True? People who are sitting old here, you must be knowing few teams because the referrer died, so the entire team died. Died or not? Because that ownership, because they never felt that they're into their own business. And after accepting and after having a belief and knowledge, correct? The ownership is very easy. That means I'm considering that the dream is already there, acceptance aa gaya, belief is already there, right? And knowledge is also there. So he knows that it is not small thing. But boss, it is my thing. It is my thing. So I will take the ownership. Correct? So ask yourself, if someone who is supporting you day in, day out, if that person leaves the business, are you going to be there? Are you going to be there? Right? If we take our ownership, we stop piling on. There are three kind of people, there are three kind of, three species come out of this business, One is of course, leader, who's like taking ownership, everything, he leads. Everything is my business, right? Of course, he counsels and all that. Upline is there to navigator, but he is on the driving seat. Navigator is someone else. Showing their own plans quickly, taking ownership, talking to team, everything. Next is, second category is lovers. So leaders, lovers. Lovers are those who come here for satsang. They don't apply. Correct? सत्संगी होते हैं. बहुत मजा आया आज, बहुत बढ़िया सिस्टम था, क्या बढ़िया ट्रेनिंग हुई. मैं उसके बाद में दोपहर की नींद. करेक्ट? बिकॉज गाड़ी की ड्राइविंग सीट पे है ही नहीं. कैन यू अफोर्ड नॉट टू बी focused actually on a driving seat? No. And third is leaners. If upline is there, they will be charged up. If upline is not there, they will be down. Leaners. So they lean. थोड़े दिन बाद देखोगे कुछ अपलाइंस होते हैं जो धीरे धीरे से झुक जाते हैं. इतने कंधे पे बैठा के घूमते हैं लोग. True? So if your upline is bending, that means you are leaner. Please help. Take the ownership, right? And next, after that, knowledge, ownership, and after that, the stage comes when it is only related to activity. It's only activity. Correct? You do activity since beginning also, but after these 4 stages, nothing but only activities makes you successful. And the last stage is duplication. I'm not going to talk about that because that's the most complicated thing to do. Correct? If we get one check for every person who's telling duplication is my challenge, correct? Long back I would have maxed out. Correct? Because most of the people generally say duplication is an issue. That's when exactly you change as a person and all that, right? But that is last stage. There you cannot do alone. You have to have someone who's already done it, right? Holding your hand. So, activities. Now, most of the people sitting out here, how many people feel that they're still in an acceptance stage? It's okay. I'm still struggling to cross this stage to accept that this business is required and this can really do wonders and I'm not okay in life. Correct? One honest person. Oh, followers again. Na? Ek ne uthaya to baki log na. Correct? Few people, right? 4-5 people. Acceptance. I don't know whether today you will be able to accept or not, because I'm not going to talk about acceptance. Correct? I'm going to talk about 5th stage. I don't know whether you will, but if you really feel that acceptance nahi hai, andar conflict hai, और ये आएगा तो मुझे पता है this is a very big thing, right? तो seek for it. Seek. Go, meet people who are successful, discuss that this is what exactly going in my mind. It's okay. It's okay not to agree. Correct? It's okay not to agree. QSPs, big events, all these things, go as a seeker. I want this solution of this. Automatically then my mental block will be through. How many people are actually at a belief stage? Belief stage. Wherein I believe in, few people are struggling to believe in the company. Few people are struggling to believe in the product. Few people are struggling to believe in themselves. Correct? Few people at a belief stage, right? So again, you will start believing when you meet more and more people and you will see someone just like you. And you say, yes, this is what exactly I was looking. I also exactly have the same problem which you had. But how you made it, that person will share And you say, okay, if this person can do it, I can also do it. Right? Next is knowledge. Everyone, knowledge phase will never get over. So everyone is at a knowledge stage, right? Then after knowledge, ownership. How many people really think that they've taken ownership of the business? Taken ownership, right? You see? Correct? So 10% people. Ownership. So at every stage you see slowly कम लोग होते जाते हैं. Correct? And lot of people quit the business in one of these stages only. If you see all the sleeping IRs you have, or people who quit, and check which stage they were at. And once you start looking the IR stage wise, you know, okay, I have to help him to come out of this stage, then I'll talk about next thing. Somebody is fighting with acceptance or belief only, and we are talking about plan nahi dikhata to activity nahi karta hai. Because there's a conflict, right? You help that person to cross that stage, right? And then after that. True? So look at people with the stage and then give one by one, help them to, cross. जब एक छोटा बच्चा स्कूल जाता है, so we nursery, KG, upper KG, directly बोलते क्या? Directly तो नहीं बोलते कि इंटीग्रल कैलकुलस करके दिखा मेरे को, कि फाइनली तेरे को यही करना है, right? Correct? So, activity. Now, activity, people who are at activity level, or everybody is at activity level, but those who know that I have acceptance, I believed, and I take the ownership, and I'm ready to take the ownership if it is not taken till now, right? And knowledge also, I'm hungry for knowledge, right? But now activity. Now, activity में क्या करना होता सबसे पहले? What exactly we need to do? What is activity means? Plans, of course, right? More and more people. True? More and more people. Now, सबसे ज़्यादा difficult plan दिखाने के पहले क्या होता है? You have to talk to people, right? So wherein the phone becomes heavy. Suddenly, and you started realizing, oh shucks, I stammer also. Till date I was not knowing, right? True? Correct? So, this stage, we call it prospecting, right? I'll tell you where exactly people get stuck in this business, because if they don't know what they're doing, if the belief in acceptance is not there, obviously the image about this business, what they're doing is not very good in their mind. They're doing it, but कहीं ना कहीं है, या पता नहीं, एक subconscious mind में there's a low self-image. I'm not doing something which is really, really good, right? Correct? So there's a consciousness. No, you don't proud of being a part of this industry, right? Happens or not? Correct? Because you are still gathering more knowledge. So when you realize it is one of the biggest industry, right? And it's not hanky-panky. The way you do it can be hanky-panky. But the industry and the business cannot be hanky-panky. The way other people do it can be hanky-panky. And why exactly we make a perception? Because we look at someone who is a part of this industry and who is doing it like a hanky-panky. So there are 4 people who are doing network marketing, but they are doing like hanky-panky. So you perceive that network marketing is a hanky-panky stuff. True or not? Correct? So, but when you gather more and more knowledge, then you understand, when you see people who do it professionally, people who are having a background which is better than a lot of other people, right? So that means it is not for them, those who don't have anything to do. So you start believing, right? True? And infinity, we have a lot of examples, right? The only thing is that you might have not seen all of them, but you will see if you are alive for some more time. You will see them, because one or other day, कोई ना कोई आता रहता है. True? So that, or you need to actually go out to seek for. Now there is a event happening in XYZ place, or maybe in Delhi also. On that day, you have movie plan. Now you have to decide, because that is the day when that mental block can be removed. You have to decide whether you want to go there or you want to go there. Correct? Otherwise that stage will never get crossed. Now, next, again, as I said, once you need to change the perception about that industry before you talk to people. And if you are scared of talking to people, that means that's an indication that you still don't proud of being a part of this industry. True? And that's okay. It's okay to accept that I'm not still proud of being a part of this industry. It's a stage. Everybody crosses a stage. But when you accept, then only you will get a solution. Huh? Don't go and tell upline, no, I know, I have no issue. It is a big business, I know. Right? If there's a back of mind, if there's something going on, tell, I know, but subconscious level pe, I still feel it is not. Correct? So upline will expose you to those things which will make your subconscious mind work in a certain fashion, right? But accept. But then what happens when once you know that also it is a big industry, everything is there, but still there's a biggest issue. First of all, tell me, prospecting, we make it so complicated, no? I made it complicated in the last 2 years. Now I'm telling you the simpler way. Very, very simpler way. Because we are also learning, right? Simpler way. Made it complicated, but of course that's the best way. But in the beginning, not too many people are able to do that way, right? Because it's little technical. Plus for that you need to have a lot of conviction and a lot of knowledge, right? A need to have some success also to talk like that. But initial stage, the biggest problem, why people, I observe that most of the people spend 2 years, 3 years in the business. And their entire list don't even know that they are doing something other than job. True or not? I'm not talking about showing plan. I'm not talking about prospecting. I'm not talking about, they don't even know but you are doing something else. They don't have any information even. Correct? Now check yourself. All the people in your list, are they aware that you are into some other business other than your job or your normally what you were doing for ages? All of them are aware. Aware? Why? You start a mithai ka dukaan. So what will you do first? What will you do? Send the invitation, right? उद्घाटन क्यों करते हैं? तो आदमी आएगा, उसको पता लगेगा, कुछ लेके जाएगा, अच्छा लगेगा तो बार बार आएगा, right? जो नहीं आएंगे, at least you invited them, so they got to know you open a sweet shop, or maybe कपड़े का दुकान. Example: any businessman starts anything. Why invitation card comes? Diwali, New Year, they send cards with the name of the, their shop or business printed on it. Correct? Same card. हम अलग अलग ढूंढते हैं हर चीज में जाके इधर उधर जाके इसके लिए ये वाला but they have printed name, phone number, address, everything and what they deal into, right? Why? Information again, na? It is getting again, reinforced in your mind. Boss, I am running a sweet shop. True? Correct? So we don't even inform. But what stops us informing? Because we think we only inform people when we want to prospect them. Otherwise, we don't. True? Somebody who is a big industrialist, you know that this is not the right stage and this business is not for him. Example. Correct? You don't tell. Why? Because ये तो मेरे को काम का नहीं है ना. इसको तो prospect भी करना मेरे को. So when someone asks what you do, oh, I am a manager in so and so bank. I am working for so and so company. This is my card. उसमें लिखा होगा AVP, VP. Correct? True? So that means, अच्छा मेन काम तो मेरा ये है, वो एक छोटा सा साइड में उसके बारे में आपको नहीं बताऊंगा, जहां से 3 करोड़ मिल सकता है मेरे को. So this is main काम. I'm doing a job, but there's a part-time stuff also which I'm doing. Now you have to check whether 3 crores income can be a part-time or a full-time. I'm not telling physically full-time, but mentally. Are you taking it? So first of all, are you informing them? When I started business, first week I got my cards printed, though I was in a job. You know why? I was very excited to give my own card to people. I got my cards printed Because that's the best way to inform people. Anybody you used to meet who's not connected with my job, where I will not have a problem. Correct? So I used to give my card and used to give, okay, I'm into my own business. The next question, what person asked? What business? I'm not going to talk about that now. But that's when the conversation starts, right? True? And if someone who knows कि मैं तो job में था, so the person will say, you left your job. No, that's going on. The transit phase, but this is main. So job को side में कर दिया. Whether you are VP, AVP, whatever it is, but you yourself is not talking too much about it. Correct? But generally क्या होता है? I am working here, I am a software engineer, I am doing this project, फलाना, ढिमका, ये 15 मिनट जॉब के बारे में बात करेंगे. This is my card. And then वैसे एक छोटा सा साइड में चालू किया मैंने. True or not? Happens? So basics of that is, if people don't, what is this business? This business is like a magnet. For a few people it will be a repetition. I just spoke to them 2 days back about it. But again, this business is like a magnet. So you have a magnet. Correct? Magnet can attract what? I don't know, metal pieces, right? Now this world is like a garbage. Dustbin है, बहुत सारा garbage है उसमें. Now you are exposing this magnet to the garbage. So what exactly it will attract? A metal. True? It will attract a metal. Now, if you have a छोटा garbage bin, उसमें metal आपने घुमाया, उसे क्या बोलते हैं, magnet घुमाया, तो 2 pieces metal के आके चिपक गए उसमें. आपको और चाहिए. Correct? आपको और चाहिए. तो आप ये करोगे कि काम कर तो उल्टा लगा के देखते हैं. Correct? ये तो आएगा क्या फिर भी ऊपर? Garbage तो garbage ही है ना. You know what is this metal pieces? This business is like a magnet, and metal pieces are nothing but people who are looking out desperately something in life. Desperately something in life. They are lookers. Our job is to look out for lookers. Of course, in that process we get a lot of people in who are not lookers at that point of time. But finally, someone who will go fast and who will be a champion for you is someone who is looking out something in life. True? I was a looker, that's why I came in the business. No applying, me and my referral started together, everything is fine. But why? Because I was looking. I was desperate to do something of my own. दिमाग में घूम रहा था. Few people know that they are lookers. Few people don't even know that they are lookers. But in subconscious mind it is going on that I need to do something else. So they are not making deliberate effort to look out for something. But still in their mind there is that thought that I want to do something in my life of my own. True? So your job is to look out for something. Look out for people who are looking out for something. These are metal pieces, right? Now you go and expose this magnet, which means discuss the business with the garbage bin. So only 2 metal pieces come up and stick to it, which is 2 sign up. These are lookers. And others are not lookers, right? Garbage. Correct? So you want to have more people in the business. So what exactly a lot of people do? They start, एक काम करो, इसको इधर से लगा के देखो, शायद इधर से आ जाए. इसको इधर से लगा के देखो. आप प्लान दिखाओ, आप आ जाएगा. मेरी नहीं सुनता ये. Correct? Baba, magnet is magnet, metal is metal. Correct? So it will only attract metals. It will not attract garbage. चाहे वो आप उल्टा लगाओ चाहे सीधा लगाओ. तो हम एक ही आदमी के पीछे पड़ जाते हैं. इसको एक काम करो ना, मैंने बात करी, आप भी समझाओ ना थोड़ा इसको. So in a way you are doing, I expose a magnet to this garbage. Now एक बार आप भी पकड़ के देखो, शायद आपके हिस्से आ जाए. But magnet की क्वालिटी तो चेंज नहीं होगी. True? I am not telling the garbage is always a garbage. That garbage can turn out to be a metal over a period of time. That's a situation in life. And we start, rather than going to the next dustbin or next set of garbage, we keep इधर से लगा के देख रहे हैं, आएगा, संडे को आएगा शायद, right? फिर उधर से जाके देख रहे हैं. We keep moving behind people actually who are not right now fit. The mindset is not right. Correct? So to get more metal attracted towards the magnet, what do you need to do? You need to keep exposing it to more garbage, right? Correct? And people who come like this, like a metal, if you handle it properly and if you make them help crossing these stages properly, that person will be a champion. And you know, that person will be faster than you, probably. It all depends on how desperate he was when he was looking out for something. Correct? And you know what happens? We don't even inform people that we are into some business. Correct? Now what happens? In this world, there are a lot of metals. But we don't know. किसी के माथे में लिखा नहीं है. Maybe he is looking out for something in life. I don't know. मैं तो ऊपर ऊपर से जानता हूं. मेरा कलीग है. कभी बात नहीं हुआ. बट कुछ तो ढूंढ रहा है. करेक्ट? कुछ लोगों से बात भी होता है, वो बोलते हैं हम ढूंढ रहे हैं, बट एक्चुअल अंदर क्या चल रहा है हमको नहीं पता ना. करेक्ट? नाउ इफ I am doing a job and he knows I am into a job, he is desperately looking out for something, is he going to come ever to me and tell, भाई कुछ बता ना यार, मेरे को कुछ खुद का करना है? ये बोलेगा तू खुद पैथेटिक जॉब में मेरे को क्या बताएगा? बट कोई दूसरा आदमी है उसके पहचान वाला जिसने खुद का काम स्टार्ट किया, एंड सो आफ्टर सम ही विल टेल, यार पूछता हूं यार कैसे स्टार्ट किया, क्या कुछ तो गाइडेंस मिलेगा, राइट? ट्रू. बट इफ यू डोंट इवन टेल, do you know that people who are looking out for something, they will approach you rather than you approaching them? Except for my initial set, in last 2 years people signed up are those who actually approach me rather than me approaching them for the business. Right? You know how many people know Bijoy? You know how many people? A lot of people from his team are sitting here, right? He approached me to start the business. He said, भाई मेरे को भी कुछ करना बताना यार. Because he was knowing I am doing something of my own. And we were not in touch. The moment we came in touch, he knows that I am doing something of my own. And I left my job also. Right? So कुछ बताना यार. मैं क्या कर रहा था थोड़ा. Because he was also looking out for something. Digvijay Singh, how many people are from Digvijay Singh team? Right? Correct? Same thing. In fact, I was not in touch with him for a long 15 years. We came in touch on a Facebook. And then I was trying to meet him. एक बार मिले तो शक्ल तो देखें, बट हम नहीं मिल पा रहे थे बिकॉज ही वॉज बिजी, टू बिजी इन हिज जॉब एंड एवरीथिंग. सो आई वॉज जस्ट ट्राइंग टू कैच अप. 3-4 महीने हो गए, कैच अप नहीं कर पाए थे. बिफोर कैचिंग अप ओनली ही कॉल्ड अप एंड सेड, यार कुछ साथ में कर सकते क्या, तू दिल्ली इतना आता रहता है. आई डिडंट अप्रोच देम बिकॉज दे वर नोइंग आई एम इनटू माय ओन बिजनेस, राइट? करेक्ट. But if you don't tell people that you are into your own business or you're doing something else and someone is looking out for something, how they are going to approach you? You getting me? So that's the first problem. People quit the business before even informing all the people from their list that they are into something. I'm telling you, irony is that lot of people, a few people sitting out here, their spouse also must not be knowing that they are doing something. True or not? Their own family members must not be knowing, brother, sister and all. नहीं उनको अभी नहीं बताऊंगा, बाद में बताऊंगा, right? True? Correct? ये कुछ छुपा रुस्तम, मतलब ऐसे छुपा के कुछ नहीं कर सकते ना. Can you become a millionaire छुपा के? कभी सुना है किसी के बारे में? You cannot, right? The work has to be visible, right? Now, second thing is that a lot of people, I am busy, I know big, it is this, I will inform now onwards. मैं सबको इन्फॉर्म कर दूंगा, अब उसका वेट करूंगा कौन कॉल करता है. That is also not okay, right? Now, you have a busy job. You have a very busy job. And along with that, it's a challenge. True? Challenge है. Thankfully, we were only 2 in the family, so we never had a challenge. But people have kids, this, that, so no. Challenge. You have other responsibility also. Distance, this, that, all that. So you have very less time and you दिमाग पकड़ के बैठ गए, टाइम नहीं मिलता, क्या करूं, करना है यार, अटका हूं जॉब में. जॉब छोड़ूंगा तो बहुत सही करूंगा, बट जॉब छोड़ नहीं सकता तब तक जब तक सही नहीं करेगा. So it's a catch-22, right? And then they become a complaint box. You know? कि यार ये हो गया, वो हो गया, बस ये ना भी मंथ एंड निकल जाए, फिर देखो मार्च एंडिंग है, वो चला जाए, फिर देखो. True? Correct? So I'll tell you something which is so simple And for that, today, after you get to know what I'm going to talk about, there is a problem. You will lose all the chances of complaining that I don't have a time. You will not have this option also now, because I'm giving you a solution to you. Is that okay? But आप फिर जाके अपलाइन को बोल नहीं सकते टाइम इज अ इशू यार. Check. Correct? Now, what is to be done? Now, simple. Suppose you started business today. तो मैंने इशू क्या बताया, पहले लोगों को पता नहीं होता हम कोई बिजनेस में. So first thing is we have to inform. Right? So you have to have a disciplined schedule. Right? You start. No need to prospect. Please forget about prospecting. It's too complicated thing, right? Correct? What exactly we have to do? We have to first inform people. शायद 300 लोगों को इन्फॉर्म करेंगे तो 10 लोग खुद आ जाएंगे, यार कुछ है तो बताओ ना. हाउ टू हैंडल देम, हाउ टू डील विद देम, आई टेल लेटर. बट फर्स्ट इज वी हैव टू इन्फॉर्म. हाउ इट एग्जैक्टली इट इज टू बी डन. सडनली आज 20 को फोन कर दिया, फिर 20 दिन कुछ नहीं किया. नो. आई एम कंसिडरिंग एवरीबडी इज हैविंग अ लिस्ट. ओके, एवरीबडी इज हैविंग अ लिस्ट. 300 people minimum. Anybody? Not 300 people? Or feels that 300 is not possible because I don't know too many people, right? Possible? Correct? I will just tell you, check how many people came for your wedding. That means you know. I'm not telling 300 prospect, only 300 known people. Acquainted also, known through someone else also. करेक्ट. मान लो आज आपको 300 नाम लिखने के एक 10,000 रुपीज पर नेम मिलेगा, तो कितने नाम लिख सकते हो? So that way, that kind of 300 का list. Huh? How many you can write if you get 10,000 rupees per name? How many? So I'm talking about that, those 1,000, right? Sir, you have a challenge of 300 people, right? Now अभी आपको 10,000 रुपए मिलेगा हर नाम के पीछे, तो कितने नाम लिख सकते हैं? 1,000 लिख सकते हैं. So problem solved. The only thing is that while writing, we don't have to think we are writing for some purpose, right? I'm just talking about list of people. Whether they come in the business, whether they're worth coming in the business, whether the situation is okay to come in the business. बस हम इन्फॉर्म करने की बात कर रहे हैं सर. लिस्ट जिनको हमको इन्फॉर्म करना है, मैक्सिमम लोगों को इन्फॉर्म करना है. करेक्ट? दैट आई एम इनटू सम बिजनेस. सो नाउ यू हैव अ लिस्ट, यू हैव अ बिजी जॉब. करेक्ट? यू हैव अ एक्सेप्टेंस एंड बिलीफ, और थोड़ा और ऊपर आ रहा है. सिंपल. आप सुबह बढ़िया ऑफिस जाइए, कुछ मत सोचिए उसके बारे में, बट सिर्फ 5 कॉल करिए. कर सकते हैं? कोई इतना बिजी है जो 5 कॉल भी ना कर पाए? 5 कॉल्स. और 5 कॉल्स में करना क्या हमको? वी हैव टू कॉल एंड टेल. सपोज इफ आई एम कॉलिंग अथर, ही इज माई फ्रेंड, राइट? हे ब्रो, हाउ आर यू? लॉन्ग टाइम. बात नहीं हुई अपनी. यार मैं भी बिजी था. कितने साल बाद बात कर रहे हैं यार, और बता क्या चल रहा, क्या नहीं चल रहा? हे तू, यू आर वर्किंग देयर ओनली इन दैट सेम कंपनी? नो आई शिफ्टेड. सो व्हाट आर यू हैंडलिंग दिस दैट, लाइफ में क्या है और कहाँ रहता है ये वो, राइट? एंड देन ही सेड व्हाट अबाउट यू, व्हाट्स अप इन योर लाइफ? सो बस तू बोला मैं चला. ये कौन बोलता था याद है? करेक्ट. सो जा कि व्हाट्स अप इन योर लाइफ. सो प्लीज डोंट बिकम अ पेशेंट ऑफ वर्बल डायरिया देयर. ओके? जैसे ही उसने बोला कि व्हाट्स अप इन योर लाइफ, यार लाइफ इज टू एक्साइटिंग नाउ डेज. व्हाई? अरे यार काफी टाइम से कुछ ढूंढ रहा था खुद का काम करने के लिए. आई गॉट अ ऑसम प्रोजेक्ट, राइट? साला कब तक नौकरी करता है यार? दिस स्टेटमेंट इज वेरी स्ट्रांग. ओके? कब तक नौकरी करता? बाय टेलिंग दिस यू आर टेलिंग हिम तू कब तक नौकरी करेगा. करेक्ट? तो बोला कब तक नौकरी करता है यार मैं? तो बोलेगा हाँ यार बात तो सही है ना, व्हाटएवर इट इज, राइट? सो आई वाज लुकिंग आउट फॉर प्रोजेक्ट. 2 साल से ढूंढ रहा था. 3 महीने पहले ऑसम प्रोजेक्ट मिला मुझे, राइट? इट्स अ वेरी बिग प्रोजेक्ट. 3 से 4 साल दबा के मेहनत करनी है और 3-4 करोड़ रुपए कमा लूंगा, फिर सोचूंगा क्या करना लाइफ में. और बता तू, तेरा क्या? उसके ऊपर कुछ नहीं. उसके आगे कुछ नहीं. So 2-3 things important. One is कब तक नौकरी करता. Second is 3 to 4 crores. $1 million मत बोलना, बहुत लोगों को समझता भी $1 million कितना होता है. करेक्ट. आई एम इनटू $1 million बिजनेस. अच्छा क्या होता है, मिलियन बता ही नहीं और कितने जीरो होते हैं उसमें आगे, राइट. सो हिंदी में बात करेंगे अपन, राइट. सो 3 से 4 करोड़, बट 3 से 4 साल की कड़ी मेहनत है यार. बस वही उसी में लगाऊं और बता, तभी मजा आ रहा, बहुत बहुत मजा आ रहा है. बस. आर यू ऑफरिंग एनीथिंग टू हिम? आर यू टेलिंग हिम दैट आई हैव समथिंग फॉर यू? नो, यू जस्ट इन्फॉर्मिंग, राइट. 3 से 4 करोड़ में परसेप्शन बन गया, बहुत बड़ा प्रोजेक्ट है. कड़ी मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी, इसका मतलब समझ गया. स्कीम नहीं है कोई, करेक्ट. और कब तक नौकरी करूंगा ये बोल के उसको थोड़ा थिंकिंग जोन में डाला, करेक्ट. अब 3 टाइप के रिस्पॉन्स आएंगे इसके पीछे. पहला, और ये क्या बात कर रहा, मेरे को भी कुछ बता देना, करेक्ट. द रिस्पॉन्स विच विजय एंड दिग्विजय टोल्ड गेव मी, राइट. मेरे को भी कुछ बता. विजय का तो ऐसे ही था, क्या बात है मेरे को भी बताना यार कुछ, राइट, करेक्ट. तो जैसे ही उसने बोला मेरे को भी बता, फोन पे ही उसको गले लग लेने का. मिल गया मेरे को, मेटल मिल गया, राइट. प्लीज डोंट डू दिस, ओके. करेक्ट. ऐसा होता है क्या? तुम मेटल ढूंढ रहा था, जो समवन हु इज लुकिंग आउट, ये बोल रहा है मेरे को भी कुछ बता, तो अब गले वाले लग गए उसके एकदम. अरे सही है, तेरे को ही ढूंढ रहा था यार, कहां था तू. करेक्ट. प्लीज डोंट डू दैट. पोस्चर ला, राइट. राइट. उस समय क्या करने का, उसको बोलना, अच्छा तू भी कुछ ढूंढ रहा है क्या? आई थॉट यू आर हैप्पी इन योर जॉब. मेरे को लगा तू जिंदगी भर नौकरी वाला ही है. एनीवे, चल कुछ रहेगा तो बताऊंगा, कुछ रहेगा तो बताऊंगा. आई वॉज नॉट नोइंग एक्चुअली, राइट. खड़क फोन रख दिया. उसके बाद नाच लो, भले ही चाहिए तो फोन रखने वाला. Why? Because भाई एक्साइटमेंट तो होगी ना कुछ तो, राइट. उसके बाद नाच लो, फ्लाइन को फोन लगा लो, किसी को भी कुछ भी कर लो, राइट. बिकॉज शायद ये मेटल हो सकता है, राइट. बिकॉज यू एक्सपोज अ मैग्नेट. ये पहला रिस्पॉन्स, राइट. बट सब लोग ऐसा नहीं बोलेंगे, कुछ लोग बोलेंगे, राइट. दूसरा रिस्पॉन्स रहेगा कि अच्छा है क्या, लेकिन कुछ तो बता, क्या फील्ड में क्या करना होता है. ही इज नॉट टेलिंग मेरे को भी कुछ बता, मेरे को भी कुछ करना है, मेरी भी लगी हुई है, राइट. तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं बोलेगा वो, लेकिन वो ऐसा थोड़ा सफिस्टिकेटेड. बट क्या है, विच प्लेटफॉर्म, विच इंडस्ट्री. सो थोड़ा क्यूरियोसिटी हो गया है अंदर, उसके चूहे कूद रहे हैं, लेकिन पूछ नहीं पा रहा. ईगो. तो उस समय बोलेगा, यार लंबा प्रोजेक्ट है, सुनना मेरे को फोन आ रहा है, अपन 1-2 दिन में वापस तेरे को फोन करता हूं, अपन मिलते हैं फिर बात करेंगे. करेक्ट. बड़ा प्रोजेक्ट है, खड़क फोन रख दिया. 2-3 दिन सोचने दे उसको क्या कर रहा हूं मैं. करेक्ट. क्या सोचेगा पता है, वो ये नहीं सोचेगा तुम क्या कर रहे हो, वो भी ढूंढना कुछ शुरू कर देगा. यार मैं तब से ढूंढ ही रहा हूं, इसको तो मिल गया. आर यू गेटिंग मी? करेक्ट. एक घर में, एक फैमिली में, सपोज 2 फैमिलीज हैं, दोनों फैमिली में शादी के लिए लड़कियां तैयार हैं, मतलब उम्र हो गई है. और एक फैमिली में सडनली मतलब पक्की हो जाती है शादी और एकदम सब फिक्स हो गया. दूसरी फैमिली को फोन करके इन्फॉर्म करते हैं कि अरे गुड न्यूज. व्हाट यार, अपना सेट हो गया इस तारीख को, ये वैसा वैसा, राइट. तो उस फैमिली में हलचल मच जाती है. दूसरी वाली में, यार उनका हो गया, अभी तुम भी कुछ करो यार, ढूंढो यार, कितना बढ़िया हो रहा है. सो इट्स लाइक दैट ओनली, राइट. हैपेंस और नॉट. ट्रू. सो यहां पे तुमने बोला उसको, मेरे को कुछ मिल गया ऐसा वैसा, और उसके बाद फोन रख दिया, तो वो भी सोच रहा है उसको मिल गया, मेरे को कम मिलेगा, राइट. So but please don't give too much of information that time. Suppose if you have to make 5 calls like that every day, how much time it will take? How much time? One call will be how much? Please don't show plan on the phone. If you see the excitement, right? बहुत मजा आ रहा है, सुन देख काम करना, तेरे को 2 लाना है, फिर वो 2 लाएंगे. Getting me? Don't try to explain much. If the guy is too much insisting, but कुछ तो बता क्या है, बस इतना बोल दे, बॉस ई-कॉमर्स प्लेटफॉर्म का प्रोजेक्ट है, खत्म. और कुछ बता, सुना मेरे को एक फोन आ रहा है, तेरे को 2-3 दिन में बात करता हूँ तेरे से, मैं ना अभी बाहर जा रहा हूँ कल, आई विल कम बैक आफ्टर 2-3 days, आई विल कॉल यू आफ्टर 2-3 days, फिर डिटेल में बात करते हैं। साला यही होता है, बात ही नहीं कर पाते इसी चक्कर में। तो उसको ये नहीं लगेगा कि तुमने फोन कट कर दिया, तुमने पूछा और क्या। डोंट साउंड सस्पिशियस, इतना हिडन क्यों रखा हुआ है, करेक्ट? नो नो, मिलेंगे तभी बताऊंगा, अभी फोन पे नहीं बता सकता हूं, ऑल दैट नो। साउंड जेन्युइन। सुन सुन, मेरे को जरा कुछ काम आ रहा है, पीछे से फोन आ रहा है, और सर यही लफड़ा होता है नौकरी में ना सर, बात भी नहीं कर सकते दोस्तों से, राइट? 2 दिन के लिए मैं बाहर जा रहा हूँ, आके बात करते हैं, राइट? खत्म। उसके दिमाग में वो कीड़ा डाल दिया आपने, उसने वो बक करना शुरू कर दिया उसने धीरे धीरे, राइट? अरे 5 कॉल में कितना टाइम लगेगा? हाफ एन आवर, करेक्ट? नो, हाफ एन आवर। कौन बोलता है कि उतने बिजी है कि उसका हाफ एन आवर नहीं है? एंड आई टेल यू द टाइमिंग ऑल्सो, मेक फोन कॉल्स ड्यूरिंग द लंच टाइम, नॉन प्रोडक्टिव आवर्स, करेक्ट? बट 5 कॉल साथ में करो, एक को गाड़ी चलाते समय, दूसरे को इसमें। फ्लो सेट नहीं होता है, 5 में फ्लो सेट हो जाएगा आपका, करेक्ट? यू नो, आई टेल यू, आफ्टर फिनिशिंग 5 फ्लो इतना सेट हो जाएगा कि आप 10 कर डालोगे, इतना सेट हो जाएगा। मैं बोलता हूं लेकिन नहीं, आप बहुत बिजी हो, क्योंकि काम बहुत सारा है, करेक्ट? तो सिर्फ 5 ही करना है। कर सकते हैं 5 एवरी डे, 5, करेक्ट? 2 to 2:30, द प्रोस्पेक्ट इज ऑल्सो हैविंग लंच और समथिंग, करेक्ट? बट 5 कौन से लोगों को कॉल करना है? 1st, 10th और 15th? नो, यही होता ना, किसी को कॉल करना है तो लिस्ट उठाएंगे, अच्छा इसको करते हैं, फिर इसको करते हैं, जहां कंफर्ट है ना उसी को करेंगे, बस अवॉइड करते हैं थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड वाला आदमी जो उसको, राइट? कुछ नहीं करना है, 1 2 3 4 5 फिनिश, 6 7 8 और 9 10 फिनिश। अगर 5 में से 3 ने फोन नहीं उठाया तो अगले 3 को लगा डालो। बट लाइन से, व्हाट इज अ पर्पस ऑफ मेकिंग अ कॉल? इज इट प्रोस्पेक्टिंग? इज इट इन्विटेशन? So please stick to the purpose. Informing, raising curiosity. Finish. Correct? Now 7 days, if you do this 5 calls, how many people you spoke to? 35 people you spoke to. Correct? अच्छा, inform करना या ये वाला कॉल is more difficult और invite करना is more difficult? जान कब जाती है? ब्लड प्रेशर कब बढ़ता है? पैल्पिटेशन कब होती है, राइट? When you invite, when you prospect, or when you check whether he is open or not, right? So don't do it every day. Don't do it every day. हर रोज थोड़ा थोड़ा पैल्पिटेशन, क्या फायदा? एक दिन में 35 को खत्म करेंगे, एक ही दिन में मर लेंगे पूरे हफ्ते भर के लिए। ये ठीक है? Is this okay? So Monday to Saturday or Sunday to Saturday, you will make 5 calls. So simple. Go to work, make 5 calls, come back home. So life will be having little one, थोड़ा सा extra. हम बोलते go to work, come back home, बीच में थोड़ा go to office, make 5 calls, come back home. तो थोड़ा चेंज हो जाएगा, राइट? वैरायटी आ जाएगी लाइफ में, राइट? तो 5 कॉल किए, 35 कॉल हो गए हफ्ते के. नाउ 1 day is a D day when the phone will be very heavy. Correct? That's okay. But that day only. बाकी 5-6 दिन कोई टेंशन नहीं है, फोन ही नहीं करना, मेरे को इन्फॉर्म ही नहीं करना, बड़ा मजा आ रहा है मेरे को तो. करेक्ट? और जिस दिन आपने 5 कॉल किए, आप ये सोचो डे वॉज प्रोडक्टिव. अभी हम क्या सोचते हैं? प्लान नहीं हुआ यार, डे अनप्रोडक्टिव हो गया. साइन अप नहीं हुआ यार, वीक अनप्रोडक्टिव हो गया. राइट? प्लीज, वी आर, यू नो, हम बोल रहे हैं कि झाड़ होगा नहीं, बीज तो डाले पहले. करेक्ट? तो द सीड इज इम्प्लांटेड, दैट मीन्स डे इज प्रोडक्टिव. If you make 5 calls in a day, I'm telling you, most of the full-timers sitting out here, they also don't make 5 calls a day consistently. True? So your day is more productive than their day. True? So please understand, 5 calls a day, 35 calls in a week. Now Saturday morning, most of the people have off. True? एक दिन उठाओ Saturday morning. सैटरडे फ्रॉम 11-11:30 ऑनवर्ड्स 1.5 घंटा रखो. अब ये 35 को इन्विटेशन देना है. अब ये 35 को इन्विटेशन देना है सबको साथ में. तो क्या होगा? पहले में डर लगेगा, दूसरे में डर लगेगा, तीसरे में डर लगेगा, चौथे में डर लगेगा, धीरे 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 करके बेटर हो जाएगा. 35 तक आप मास्टर हो जाओगे. फ्लो सेट हो जाएगा, राइट? आर यू गोइंग टू गेट येस फ्रॉम ऑल? नो. You exposed a magnet to the garbage, right? Not everyone will come. Correct? So, but can you handle if all 35 comes? No. So please, expectation management, right? Don't expect all will come. But 35 people you already informed, they know that you are into some business. Now Saturday morning 11:30 you will sit and call all of them. Why? 10 बजे लोग उठ जाते हैं छुट्टी के दिन, at least 10, 11. अब काम भी शुरू नहीं होता 11, 11:30 तक. So they are lazing around, right? So they have time. But you can't afford to laze around on that day. Correct? So 11:30, pick up the phone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 35 people. Now what to speak? अथर को वापस फोन लगाया मैंने, राइट? अरे यार सॉरी यार, उस दिन रखना पड़ गया यार, अगर रख दिया था अब्रप्टली, और एल्स नो उस समय रखते समय बोल दिया था भाई अब टच में रहेंगे अपन ना, तू भी कॉल करते रहना, मैं भी कॉल करता रहूंगा. You know that you're going to call him back again, right? Correct? तो उसके बाद बोला और बता, उस दिन के बाद अपनी बात ही नहीं, उस दिन शॉर्टकट में अपनी बात ही. गुड यार, एटलीस्ट टच में तो आ गए, ठीक है. अच्छा सुन, मैंने तेरे को एक स्पेसिफिक रीजन से फोन किया आज. तेरे को याद है मैं उस दिन मेरे प्रोजेक्ट के बारे में बात कर रहा था, दैट यू नो ई-कॉमर्स प्रोजेक्ट. या तो नाउ यू आर रिलेटिंग दैट कन्वर्सेशन, करेक्ट? उसका परसेप्शन ऑलरेडी बन गया बिग प्रोजेक्ट का. तो सुन, एक्चुअली में क्या हुआ कि कल मैं और मेरे पार्टनर, माय पार्टनर हैड कम डाउन फ्रॉम बॉम्बे, दिस दैट व्हाटएवर इट इज. सो यस्टरडे वी हैड अ मीटिंग एंड वी डिस्कस्ड अ मैसिव एक्सपेंशन प्लान, massive global expansion plan. And for that, we realized we need to increase the bandwidth. And to increase the bandwidth, we thought we should be open to have 1 or 2 more partners on a equal profit sharing. I don't know why, but suddenly तेरा नाम ध्यान में आया. तूने उस दिन बोला था मुझे भी कुछ बता. ये उसके लिए जिसने बोला मुझे भी कुछ बता, करेक्ट? जिसने नहीं बोला उसको बोला पता नहीं क्यों यार, मुझे ऐसा लगा तेरे से बात करना चाहिए. So I'm just checking what is your future plan. पता नहीं क्यों यार, मालूम नहीं क्यों. बोलेगा क्यों, पता नहीं. मेरे को ही क्यों बोल रहा है, पता नहीं. वो ऐसा फील हुआ तेरे से बात करनी चाहिए. करेक्ट? पता नहीं क्यों मेरे को ऐसा लगा तेरे से बात करनी चाहिए. तो मैं तेरे को पूछ रहा हूं, व्हाट इज योर फ्यूचर प्लान? आर यू ऑल्सो थिंकिंग ऑफ स्टार्टिंग समथिंग ऑफ योर ओन फ्यूचर? द पर्सन सेज हाँ यार, नौकरी किसको करनी है. अच्छा तो सुन, इफ यू आर ऑल्सो प्लानिंग टू स्टार्ट समथिंग ऑफ योर ओन लेटर और फ्यूचर व्हाटएवर इट इज, सो आई डोंट नो वेदर इट इज फॉर यू और नॉट. लाइक अभी मैं कोई प्रॉमिस नहीं करता हूं, बट अगर ऐसा है तो एक कॉफी पीते हैं बैठ के, यू मी एंड माय पार्टनर, एंड लेट्स सी इफ समथिंग कैन वर्क आउट बिटवीन अस. दैट्स इट, फिनिश, हो गया कॉल. अगर वो बोलेगा हाँ बट है क्या, अब इसके रिस्पॉन्स अलग अलग आएंगे. ओके ठीक है, मिलते हैं. दूसरा, बट ये है क्या एक्चुअली में, कुछ तो बता, क्या प्रोजेक्ट है क्या नहीं है. डोंट अगेन साउंड सस्पेंस. नहीं सुन, मैं नया हूं, मैं नहीं बता पाऊंगा, तो ना पार्टनर बताए. बोले साले तेरे को ही नहीं पता, मेरे को क्या बुला रहा तू. सो प्लीज डोंट de-edify yourself. So you can actually say that confuse him. Simple. अच्छा सुन, तेरे को बताता हूँ क्या कर रहा हूँ. देख, मालूम नहीं अभी फोन पे समझेगा नहीं, शॉर्टकट में बताता हूँ. राइट? See, we are basically partnered with a Hong Kong-based company. This company is having dozen plus subsidiaries, dealing into B2B and B2C. Our job is basically to increase the footprints on the portal. Whatever turnover gets created, we get paid 14%. We translate to 2 to 3 crores in next 2 to 4 years. Now there's a strategy, there's a standard operating procedure. We identify market, we apply that strategy and increase the footprints. But this is what we do, right? This is what we do. For that you need to know what we do, right? This is what we do. So, समझा तेरे को? हाँ. डिटेल में तेरे को अपन बैठ के बात करेंगे, राइट? This is just a gist, and correct. So please inform like this. How much? 1.5 घंटे में 35 लोग को कॉल हो जाएंगे. Once you finish that 35, how many? बोला यार देख, प्रॉमिस नहीं करता हूं है कि नहीं तेरे लिए. सीनियर पार्टनर यहाँ पे, मैं यहाँ पे हूं, तू भी है. अगर पता नहीं कुछ, यू नेवर नो, समथिंग कैन बी वर्कड आउट, राइट? कम. जैसे ही उसने बोला चल ठीक है मिलते हैं, डेट टाइम फिक्स किया. डेट टाइम फिक्स हो गया. आफ्टर दैट, अच्छा सुन, तू सीरियस तो है ना? By telling this, you are making him serious. तो सीरियस तो है ना, बिकॉज बॉस वी आर टू बिजी एक्चुअली, बहुत सारी बैक टू बैक मीटिंग्स हैं, तो तू सीरियस है तो टाइम का रिस्पेक्ट करना है थोड़ा, बिकॉज क्या है, ऑल थ्री ऑफ अस नीड टू टेक आउट टाइम. योर टाइम इज प्रीशियस, आवर टाइम, माय पार्टनर्स टाइम इज ऑल्सो प्रीशियस. तो टाइम पे आना बस, बिकॉज बिकॉज वी नो ईच अदर, सो आई एम गोइंग टू रिकमेंड अ मीटिंग, बट ही इज टू बिजी एंड ही ट्रैवल्स अ लॉट. तो मैं फिक्स करता हूँ, बट तेरे को मजा आएगा उससे मिलके. वेरी नाइस पर्सन. सो यू आर एडिफाइंग ऑल्सो बट नॉट स्केयरिंग हिम ऑल्सो. करेक्ट? एडिफाइंग एंड नॉट स्केयरिंग. तो ना देख लेना. और लास्ट में फोन रखने के पहले उसको बोला कि अच्छा सुन बस, थोड़ा सा ना टाइम लेके आना, 1.5-2 घंटे का, अच्छा रहेगा. वाई? सी हाफ एन आवर में वी विल गेट टू नो वेदर what you are looking for and what we are looking for matches or not. करेक्ट? आधे घंटे में कॉफी पता लग जाएगा. इफ इट मैचेस तो पूरा डिस्कशन एक ही दिन में खत्म कर डालेंगे ना, दोबारा फिर मिलने की झंझट, फिर कब तू तीनों का टाइम सेट होगा. साउंड्स ओके? अगर मान लो मैच नहीं किया, व्हाट यू आर लुकिंग फॉर एंड व्हाट वी आर लुकिंग फॉर इज नॉट मैचिंग, तो एक कॉफी पियेंगे तो आधे घंटे में फ्री हो जाएगा. अदरवाइज पूरा डिस्कशन उसके बाद कर डालेंगे तो 1.5-1 घंटा लगेगा, बट तू फिर भी 1.5-2 घंटा लेके मतलब फुर्सत में आना. मेनी टाइम्स व्हेन यू से दिस, A person will say, अच्छा सुन, फिर मंडे मत कर, ट्यूसडे कर. बिकॉज मंडे को मैं सोचा था आधे घंटे तेरे से मिलके मेरे को ना थोड़ा डिनर के लिए जाना था, तो अच्छा हुआ तूने बोल दिया. नहीं तो क्या होता, आज तो मैं जल्दी में हूं थोड़ा. बिकॉज यू आर नॉट टेलिंग व्हाट आर यू एक्सपेक्टिंग, हाउ मच टाइम आर यू एक्सपेक्टिंग, राइट? प्लस यू आर नॉट ऑल्सो टेलिंग 2 घंटा लेके आना, ओके 2 घंटे पहले जाने नहीं मिलेगा. यू आर टेलिंग लॉजिकली, देख नो. इफ एवरीथिंग इज ओके इन फर्स्ट हाफ एन आवर, देन प्रोबेबली वी विल डिस्कस एवरीथिंग इन डिटेल. व्हाट डू यू से? ठीक है, तो मंडे ठीक है ना, निकाल पाएगा ना इतना टाइम? ओके, फिनिश. नाउ दिस वे इफ वी मेक 35 कॉल्स, हाउ मेनी पीपल विल अग्री टू मीट? हाउ मेनी पीपल? हाँ? अच्छा, प्लीज डोंट ट्राई टू एक्सप्लेन एंटायर बिजनेस ऑन द फोन. अगेन, idea is not to hide anything. Idea is to get him on the table, qualify him. If he qualifies, then we will explain properly, right? नहीं तो थोड़ा एक्सप्लेन करोगे, बाकी वो अज्यूम कर लेगा. करेक्ट? सो हाउ मेनी पीपल, 35 को कॉल किया तो कितने लोग फोन पे आएंगे? 20-25. करेक्ट? 1-2 बार लगाया, फोन नहीं उठाया, तो उसको बार बार नहीं लगाते रहने का. सोचेगा कितना फोन कर रहा है अगले हफ्ते. बट कितने लोग हाँ बोलेंगे, हाँ चलो मिलते हैं? सपोज 10 लोगों ने हाँ बोला. करेक्ट? 10 लोगों ने हाँ बोला कि चलो मिलते हैं. अभी लोग आके अप्लाई करने के पहले इशू आ जाते हैं, बट मेरी तो जॉब है, 10 लोग से रोज कैसे, मतलब पूरे हफ्ते में कैसे मिलूंगा? एक से ही मिल सकते हैं ना रोज आफ्टर द जॉब. करेक्ट? इज इट अ गुड प्रॉब्लम और अ बैड प्रॉब्लम? सो सिंपल बॉस, मतलब फिर मैं कॉल नहीं करता हूं, बस 10 लोग कितने आ जाएंगे, राइट? सिंपल सोल्यूशन इज कॉल 2 people एट अ टाइम. हो गए 7 दिन में 14 हो गए. You can give 2 hours only, na, after job. So 2 people at a time, those who are not known to each other. What will happen with that? Even if one is not coming, still your 2 hours will be productive because the other guy is coming. Do you think all 10 will come if they say yes? किसी को तो मच्छर काटेगा, किसी को डायरिया होगा, कुछ तो होगा, राइट? करेक्ट? कोई निकलेगा लेकिन कभी पहुंच ही नहीं पाएगा वहां तक. मैं बस पहुंच रहा हूं. हाँ? और दूसरी चीज, योर posture will be up. Why? Because when one person is coming and you know 2 hours, you want to make it productive, right? What are you going to do? वो बोल रहा है सुनना यार, मैं अभी भी ऑफिस में. अच्छा ठीक है, मैं बैठा हूं यहीं पे, तू आ जा, 1 घंटे बाद आ जा. हाँ, मैं तो वेला हूं, कभी भी आ जा. हाँ, करेक्ट? फिर बोला यार सुनना, अभी जस्ट निकला हूं. अरे यार तेरे को 1 घंटा बोला था, अभी निकला. चल कोई बात नहीं, फटाफट आ जा, राइट? वेट कर रहे हैं. फिर आ गया तो आ गया मेरा लाल. सिंपल. बट अगर 2 को बुलाया आपने और 1 आ गया और 1 बोल रहा भाई मैं लेट हो रहा हूं 15 मिनट, बस मैं तेरे को बोला था उस दिन, चल एक काम कर, तू अटक गया होगा कहीं, भाई आज कैंसिल करते हैं. हाउ इज दैट? पोस्चर. करेक्ट? गुड ना? अगर दोनों साथ में आ गए सही टाइम पे, गुड और बैड? गुड ना? विल हैंडल समहाउ. सो इफ 10 people say yes, 5 turn up. करेक्ट? हफ्ते के पर्सनल. नाउ हु सेज रूल 3 इज नॉट पॉसिबल? It is rule 3 का बाप भी होगा यहाँ पे, right? If 10 says, 7, 8 to turn up. Depending on the credibility and how big impression you created, right? Now, if you have team of 5 people, and all 5 does this, 5 into 5, 25 plans, and you are the only one showing plan, can you manage? Good problem or bad problem? That's when people will start coming up. That's when people will take initiative to show their own plans. Correct? So 25 people coming and looking at plan, 50 got confirmed. Out of which 25% closure भी पकड़ो, तो 6 लोग भी close हुए with triple header, right? Still you are doing 20-30 UVs. True? And on Saturday, you know your entire week schedule. You know how many plans got set. कितने total plans set हुए हैं, आपको पता लग गया. तो you can actually anticipate the UVs minimum. यार 50 लोगों ने हाँ बोला आने के लिए पूरी टीम में, 25 तो आएंगे, 25 में से 20 तक का भी क्लोज हुआ तो 5 तो होंगे. 5 into ज्यादा आता है बट स्टिल ट्रिपल हेडर पकड़ते हैं. 15 यूवीज तो हो रहा है बस, कम से कम इतना तो हो रहा है. सो यू हैव कंट्रोल ऑन द बिजनेस, राइट? यू आर नॉट काउंटिंग ऑन अ पाइपलाइन, यू आर काउंटिंग ऑन एक्टिविटीज, राइट? जनरली अदरवाइज क्या बोलते हैं, हाँ एक ये क्लोजर बाकी है, एक क्लोजर बाकी है, इतना हो रहा. ट्रू? करेक्ट? दिस इज बेसिक एक्टिविटी, राइट? नाउ कोई कितना भी बिजी हो ये कर सकते हैं, कर सकते हैं. बट 2 cautions. Number 1 is those calls which are going to make 35, you will not be able to make ever alone. आप 35 कॉल घर से बैठ के कर ही नहीं सकते हो, नहीं कर पाओगे. तो 2 ने ना बोला तो बोले आज का दिन खराब है यार, कल करेंगे या 2 घंटे बात करेंगे. 2 ने हाँ बोल दिया तो वही एक्साइटमेंट में ही पूरा दिन गया. करेक्ट? 35 at stretch we have to finish. How? 5 people in a team will sit together in a coffee shop 1.5 hours. They will do their work what they can do alone, but only it's a positive vibe. 5 people calling, you are getting appointment by appointment, I am not reading, I'll sit next to you, again excited, I'll copy you and again call other people. Simple. And it creates amazing vibes, amazing excitement. True? So all 5 will sit together and do calling on Saturday. Can be done? Right? Now, are you really bothered to even follow up someone? You have so much of work. You know, जो negative thoughts आते हैं ना, उसका time ही नहीं होगा, because you will be so busy. Second thing is that you cannot do this alone. You have to sit with a team. Only 2 things required to implement this entire stuff. You know what is that? One is discipline, second is discipline. First discipline is making 5 calls. Second discipline is reaching on Saturday together and making calls. True? Correct? ये दोनों चीज जो है ना, बहुत मतलब ह्यूमन टेंडेंसी टू बिकम लेजी एक्चुअली, राइट? वो 5 कॉल भी अगर नहीं करें ना हमने दिन में, तो एक्चुअली आपको समझ में आएगा हु यू आर. सिंपल. करेक्ट? नाउ वन मोर थिंग, दिस अगर आपके पास 300 की लिस्ट है, कितने दिन चलेगी? 2 महीना, फिर खत्म, फिर फिनिश हो गया ना. So this has to be continued. So for that, every day you have to make 5 calls and just get 3 more numbers. From where? Facebook, old friends. और बेस्ट तरीका है, जिन 5 से बात कर रहे हो ना, अतर से बात किया बहुत दिन बाद, अरे वो अपने साथ था ना, वो किधर है? तू है क्या टच में उसके साथ? नहीं यार उससे तो नहीं. और तू किस किस से टच में? अच्छा मैं उससे टच में. देना फोन नंबर, देना जरा मेरे को. फिनिश. इस तरह 3 नाम कलेक्ट कर सकते हैं डेलिबरेटली. सो एवरी डे 5 + 3. And if you do your 5 + 3 every day, in your 108 in the evening, you should be excited. My day was productive because I did my 5 + 3. Other than that, you did nothing, but still your day is productive. Correct? People, when you call, they should recognize you. Finish. They should recognize you. Otherwise, आप इन्फॉर्म करने के लिए फोन करोगे, सुन ना मैंने कुछ शुरू किया, मैं बहुत एक्साइटेड. तो तू कौन? Who are you? Right? We are intimating, na? Then the same process. They should know you. And I'm telling you, 3 names can be collected from existing list only. याद करो और बता कौन कौन था यार अपने साथ कॉलेज में, ये वो, किसी से टच में है क्या, भले ही आपने उससे कभी कॉलेज में बात नहीं करी हो। फिर सडनली उसको फोन किया, अतर ने मेरे को राजेश का नंबर दिया, मैंने राजेश को फोन किया, अरे वो सुना, ये भी सोचेगा ऑफिस कभी कॉलेज में तो बात नहीं करी थी, लेकिन यार अतर से बात हो रही थी तो नंबर मिला, मैंने यार पुराने कॉलेज में बहुत कम टच में है, इस बार टच में तो आए, और बता क्या चल रहा है क्या नहीं चल रहा है। फेसबुक पे ओके लेट्स गेट कनेक्टेड, फेसबुक पे थोड़ा थोड़ा परसेप्शन चालू हो गया, राइट, लेट्स बी इन टच, फिनिश, करेक्ट, कैन वी डू दिस। हाँ, थर्ड रिस्पॉन्स इज भैया देख लो धंधा वंदा मत करो, बिजनेस जॉब अच्छा है, नाउ डेज इट्स अ बैड टाइम गोइंग ऑन, राइट। तो ऐसे आदमी के साथ क्या करने का, क्या कर सकते हैं, हाँ बोलो, सी कैटेगरी है ना, रखे रहने दोस्तों थोड़ी देर, करेक्ट, सिंपल। व्हेन यू मेक कॉल ऑन सैटरडे, ए कैटेगरी वाला जो था जो बोला मेरे को भी कुछ बताओ, उसको सीधे ये बोलेगा भाई सुन तूने उस दिन बोला था मेरे को कुछ बताओ, इसके लिए कॉल कर रहा हूं, पता नहीं लेके ना, कोई प्रॉमिस नहीं करता हूं अभी। दूसरे बंदे को द वे आई टोल्ड, पता नहीं क्यों तेरे को कॉल कर रहा हूं करेक्ट, सिंपल। एंड द मोमेंट पर्सन टेल यू कि प्लीज मेरे को तू बता तो है क्या है, कुछ तो बता, टेल डोंट से दैट कि यार मैं नहीं बता सकता हूं, वहीं पे आएगा तो बताएगा, मैं बता रहा हूं फोन पे शॉर्टकट में। सो और साथ साथ में ये बताने के बाद बोल देगा फ्रैंकली स्पीकिंग बताऊं, जब मैंने सुना था मेरे को कुछ समझ में नहीं आया था, क्योंकि उसको ही कुछ समझ में नहीं आया, राइट। बट जब मैं बैठ के समझा ना तो बहुत सही लगा, तो व्हाट आर यू टेलिंग हिम, so relate na, relate, correct. And if you do this religiously, you have 4 new people, teach them the same thing and you do it together. Imagine 5 people doing this, 25 plans are happening every week, so 5 more got added, 50, and that's how it's an assembly line, right? Do we need to prospect complicated prospecting करनी पड़ेगी, कुछ नहीं है ना। जब बंदा आता है टेबल पे, अपलाइन के साथ में बैठा है, आप बैठे हो, तो उसको अपलाइन क्वालिफाई करेगा, क्वालिफाई नहीं हुआ तो आधे घंटे में बोल ही दिया था उसको, तेरे को रवाना कर देंगे, करेक्ट। अगर क्वालिफाई हुआ तो आगे की बात, बट डोंट टेल योर अपलाइन नो, वो आ गया है तो अब प्लान दिखाई डालो ना, सुनो ना मैथमेटिक्स दिखा दो, शायद इंटरेस्टेड हो जाए। अरे बाबा वो क्वालिफाई नहीं हुआ है, प्लीज डोंट टेल, करेक्ट, नहीं मैथमेटिक्स दिखा दो शायद इंटरेस्टेड हो जाए। See, please trust your upline because your business is your upline business also, right? Trust. So if the person is taking a judgment of sending him back, probably that person will come back. Or even if he is not going to come back, at least he is not spoiled. He's still that he's in KIV. Keep in view, right? आज नहीं तो कल. Because अभी वो metal पूरा नहीं बना है, वो भी थोड़ा अधूरा है. Correct? True? Is it simple? Can you do this? But please don't try to get this done from someone who is still struggling on acceptance and belief. Correct? I'll tell you, people who are struggling. Yeah. Suppose tomorrow you, in this city only, you build a house worth 10 crore. And you have to send an invitation for a housewarming ceremony. How many people you will invite? So start with 50. But every day you are taking 3 more, no? From those 50 people. Start with 50 at least. You know, that's what exactly happened. 100. 50 है ना? 50 से तो start करें. 50 से start करें. Correct? You know, list is a very, sit with your upline and understand how to increase the list. There's a procedure for that. Increase the list. Correct? Do that. Next is, for example, once you, someone who's struggling on acceptance and belief, please don't launch this for them. Because if you're struggling in acceptance and belief, आपके दिमाग कुछ और ही चल रहा है. कंपनी की क्या गारंटी है? अब यहाँ पे कुछ और बात चल रही है. आपके दिमाग में वो डाउट आ रहा है. So with that doubt, you will not be able to talk to them so confidently. Correct? And then a reaction of that to get rid of that calling, you will start thinking, अरे यार, क्या telecaller बना दिया मेरे को? Ego आना लगेगा, right? But once acceptance is belief is there, I have a dream, I want to earn 3 crores, and if this is the way, bloody telecaller तो telecaller बन जाएंगे. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? That's the ego, right? Once you have acceptance and belief, then you will not question the process, right? So, this is a strategy. Strategy can only be communicated when acceptance and belief is there. Correct? Or can be implemented. Correct? So simple. 5 plus 3. Every day. 35 people on Saturday. Correct? Anyone who already implemented this. We started this about 2 weeks back, right? Anyone who implemented this want to share how it changed. Anyone? Anyone who started? Already started. Share. Help other people. Yeah.
Yeah, good morning. I like to be a little honest here. When we launched it 2 weeks back, I practiced it for a week actually, and then I somehow slept, right? But in that 1 week, I did get the results of what Sachin has been telling. We got people on it, and it was not only me, but our entire team actually who saw this. So many plans happened, which had we had not really visualized that. But well, despite that, the next week was a dull week, Diwali, whatever, our state of mind. But it is working. Definitely is working. Thank you.
But please, I forgot to tell this that 2 to 3 weeks, don't expect result. Karma, this is a karma, result will come automatically, right? 2 to 3 weeks consistently you do this, because within 2-3 weeks you have to fine tune few things. Probably you are not using that 2-3 crore wala line. You are not using kab tak naukri karega wala line. Sometimes you are forgetting to tell boss, respect time, okay? Or come for 2 hours. In the same way what I said. But dhire dhire karke, after 2-3 weeks you will get to know, okay, if I call 20 people, 10 are telling yes, out of which 50% are coming at least, right? So there's no issue here. Now it is time to check how many closures are happening from there. If closures are 20-25%, okay. No need to put a brain. 100% closure chahiye mere ko, right? But if closure is less than 10% in 2-3 weeks time, not 1 week, 2-3 weeks time, then you need to sit with your upline. Now I need to learn closing. नहीं तो हम पहले ही सब कुछ सीख लेते हैं. क्लोजिंग भी आती है हमको आज, प्लान भी आता है, मगर लोग ही नहीं आते हैं टेबल पे. Correct? So, you have to learn something which you actually needed that point of time. Right? And again, big discipline required. Big discipline. It's a very small thing, but big discipline required. Correct? With this, I'm done. Thank you very much.
Well, honestly, Sachin has made life so simple for us. He needs a better ovation, guys. Thank you very much. Whew. Life is simple.